Hey guys, it's JQ Crafty. We are here for a Merry Christmas Product Focus Friday with nothing Christmas related. But I hope you guys are having a fantastic day with family if you get to, otherwise even just with your household. Yes, just doing things, time with the people you love, right? So I had already said last week I was going to use this Jillibean soup collection again. And we had to pull in washi tape. So I grabbed, I have this turquoise polka dot. I have this dark blue with like a rose gold flower on it. And if you saw my recent haul video, I got this from Studio Calico in a Color Theory grab bag. So we're going to open that up. We're going to use these. And I kind of already planned out my layout because I had this idea in my head for a while. And then some other things were just kind of happy accidents that I got this washi because I didn't have any other washis that were blue besides the two I pulled. So I was excited that I can use some new stuff right away. Stuck, okay. And I cut the circle out last time and I cut it big and then I realized I wanted a little smaller, so I ended up cutting a ring. So that I'm going to play into my design. So I went ahead and cut this fish cut file out and backed it already from Confessions of a Paper Addict. I will have it linked down below, the exact cut file in her Etsy shop. But I backed this with a card that was on the back of this paper. There was a card that was this pattern. And then I really liked this pattern and it happened to be almost the exact width. And then here is that ring I had left over. And I kind of liked the layout I had going. So what we're going to do, I think I'm going to mat my photos on this turquoise star paper, and we're going to do some mixed media in the background. And we're going to have this ring here and my photos, and it's going to be very linear with some circle element, but this is what we're going to do. And then some mixed media in the background. I think I'm going to do some texture, and we're going to do some splatter or some smooshing. So let's get started. So I need to get the background started, right? Because mixed media always takes time. So I'm going to, choking on my own spit. I am going to tape down my background, which I'm using, I believe this is some Basil cardstock. This might even be Vicky Bouton foundation. I can't remember. It's thicker, but I can't remember. So I'm gonna tape it down to this old cutting mat or old craft mat I had, and it's been damaged like beyond belief, so it's kind of the one I do mixed media on if I can. I wish it were a little bit taller, and that's why I got rid of it. But I'm gonna put some gesso down because I'm gonna use some shimmers and I want them to be able to move. I want them to be able to move with kind of like watercolor. So I'm gonna gesso, and then we're gonna set that aside. Actually, I think the gesso dries pretty quickly. I'm going to go through and pick out my shimmers, looking at kind of the colors that I backed the fish with, which was just the back of one of the cards. I got four cut apart cards. And so on the back of it was the paper that I'm going to stick at the top of my layout. I think I talked about that already. But the other side was, this card with like some dark blue, some lighter blue, some turquoise, and some green yellow. So I went ahead into my shimmer stash and I grabbed Key Lime Shimmers paints and also Peacock's Plume. And I'm also grabbing, those are all shiny and sparkly, and I wanted something that wasn't shiny and sparkly. So then I also went and grabbed the Colorings No Yoking, and that has no shimmer and sparkle at all. So we will be playing with that in a second. First I'm going to back those photos, and then I'm also going to kind of, I'm going to put a little bit of wider mats, and I'm going to tear, and I'm going to add a couple other colors and flip over the papers just to give them some more texture, some more layering. I was going to put my photos like straight on the layout, but after I start building it, I realize I like it better when they're wonky. I do. Because everything else I make is crooked. So why not start with a crooked? Because then the things that are supposed to be semi-straight you can't tell that they're also crooked, because they are, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. My imperfections, I brace them. So I'm just adding a few layers. And so now my gesso is dried, and so is, I had that tiny little stencil, and I used some Vicky Bouton modeling paste. That stencil was actually from Redefine Creative Christmas Countdown Calendar last year. I'm finally using it. It kind of looked like stone, but after I add all the mixed media to this background, it kind of looks like puddles of water. So I just kind of put it in random places. So here I sprayed the no yoking, and then I added some more water. And then I'm just adding blobs of the key lime, and then adding more water with my paintbrush, and then also with my spritzer, and then moving it around. And I'm loving this. Like, this was so much fun to do. I haven't done a lot of mixed media in a while, and I've been kind of in a rut for creating, so this really got my juices flowing. It did. Like, it was so much fun to do this. And despite gessoing it, it still warps quite a bit. It doesn't warp as bad as if I didn't have it taped down. I wish I could have had it taped down all the way around. Janet Fritz has awesome ideas for how you can do mixed media and not have it warp. And so I think I'm going to have to go get some foam core board like she does. But now I'm going to add some of that Peacock's Plume and do the same thing. Add some blobs, add some water, tip and tip and tip. And then I set it aside to dry. So here it is done. I think it looks gorgeous. I also blotched up some of the pooling with some paper towel, which then gave me another texture in there because of the texture of the paper towel. So that was kind of cool. So I am going to go ahead and I'm trimming off the edges because I'm realizing where I taped it, like you can tell that there's no gesso there and it really stands out. But I thought, oh, how fun would it be to add just an edge of this same paper that the fish is backed with. So I'm doing that, and then I'm going to cut away all the stuff that's behind it so I don't waste it. So here I'm doing that. So that way the back just looks like that. And then I'm going to I'll washi tape the edges so that it doesn't catch on things, because it didn't cut very well since I was kind of like sawing at it from behind, if that makes sense. And then I add washi tape to make the edges smooth. Sandy Reversky has introduced me to that, so if you want to check her out too. All right, so now time to put the layout together. Now that the background is done and it looks gorgeous, and I'm kind of sad I do cover a lot of it up, especially that top juiciness, like with that dark blue up there with the I love that part, but that gets covered up. So I'm just gonna layer things just like that, glue it all down. I do end up putting wet glue behind all my washi. I cut a lot of that out so you guys don't have to see that because it's really boring to watch, but here is me adding that last strip of washi. And I put some foam just at the top, behind the tops of my photos, if you saw. So I'm using ATG and liquid adhesive because of all that gesso and mixed media in the background. It's not going to want to stick hardly at all. So, and the last finishing touch, I'm like, well, I need a little spot to journal, at least what these photos are of, and I don't need a lot because I like how this page is looking without a lot of clutter. So I just grab some labels from my stash, all LA Studio, layer them up, and write it down. Okay, so we wrapped up 2020 Product Focus Fridays with this lovely layout. I think it's one of my favorites, honestly. The mixed media turned out really good. It was really fun to play with, and just using kind of what was left over in this kit. I really like it. So, yay for 2020. So I'm going to throw Jillibean away. We are done with her because I have one only mini kit, and my goal is in January and stuff is going to use up all the stuff that I kind of touched or started with. So I'm going to throw that away, and we're going to put washi back in the embellishment bag, and let's draw what we're going to do for January 1st, the first day of a new year, right, you guys? Right. Okay, so hold on. I've got all my designers in here. Whoop! Who's it gonna be? Jeez, I'm throwing things. Who is it gonna be? we are going to play with in the new year. Pink Fresh. Good. I want to use some of it up. So good. Pink Fresh Studio. Good, good. All right, so we're going to use up some Pink Fresh. Oh, I think I just have a random bag in there. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Oh, here. I know what I can do with it. Take one of my nice ephemera bags back. Put all the designers' collections in here. For that. All right. So Pink Fresh. Paige Evans was still in there, you know, and I'm not gonna try to repeat ones. I just want to touch them and use as much as I can in a month, and then I will finish them out. The whole point of this is like digging into my stash and using things. Maybe I haven't in a while. So I do have a decent amount of Pink Fresh. I have some older stuff, and then I had the newer fall collection. So, all right, so Pink Fresh is what we're going to play with in January. And the category we're going to do, gosh, I hope it's stamps or mixed media. We haven't done those yet. What's this one? Mixed media. Good. That'll be fun. And then we'll draw what we're going to do for the first. So what mixed media are we going to do? Where is it? Where is it? Tools, mixed media. I don't even know if I have like all the stuff I have in here. I'm not sure. All sorts of stuff. All right, and the first mixed media we're going to play with on January 1st is, a Shimmer's color kit, which I disassembled, but we'll use the things that came in the color kits that I bought last December, so December 2019. So we will use a color kit and use some Pink Fresh Studio on January 1st. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching, you guys.
Hello.
Bye.
Bye.